Hey, WheelSnipeSelly here. Welcome back. It is Thursday, May 11th, 2023. We're messing with the NASDAQ again today. So I have when I do the NASDAQ, I'm going to try to do the micros just because it moves pretty quick. We are on the weekly, and we're still messing with this volume imbalance here. That's been the target for me today. Let's go on the daily, so you can see we kind of just traded down, back up. Still looking to. Let me go back to the weekly. Why isn't this showing? There we go. So we still haven't filled in all of this. So that was my target for today, even though we kind of traded up into it. Let's go down to the 1 hour. So looking here, kind of coming in, since we had already taken at 8, we had already taken buy side. Was looking to, I wasn't looking to go short at all. Was just waiting to find a long. If you look from this low to the high, we have our 50%. So we just dipped down into discount at this 15-minute fair value gap. Let me go down to the 15-minute. So we had this fair value gap. ICT did call this out, and I think this was his short. And then he was kind of absent on Twitter for the rest of the day. But looking at this, we had our open at 8:30. We went out, took out buy side, really wicky. Came down, took out sell side, and we traded down into. There's a 1 hour fair value gap that we traded down into, and then we traded down into this 15-minute, and you can see this 1 hour. But we basically went down to this discount of the range and then reversed back up. So let's go on the 5-minute. So I was looking to get in on this, and I was just watching this. There wasn't any displacement here for me to get into. Once we did, let me go over to our normal NASDAQ. I might have some other annotation. So we did have SMT with ES and the Dow. We took out sell side, sell side, sell side, and even here. So right when we pushed up and we broke this swing high, I was looking for this entry, but I wanted it to come down to like 50% of the breaker, which it didn't really have to. I could have just entered in right here. So I missed this. I didn't chase anything. I'll show in the recording like a day, like sped up. I think it's like a minute and a half, and it'll go through. And I basically just had my buy right here on these sell stops here. This was the lunch swing low that I was anticipating it to go to. I initially throughout the day I had just some buy stops waiting at this swing low, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna retrace all the way down here. So if you see 50% is right here, so I wanted to make sure that I had an entry, so I was entered in right here. Let's go back to you can see my entry was right here at that sell stop. So this could have been a better entry. I wasn't sure if it was gonna tag me in, so I just had it set with my risk below this low, and then once we moved up and I took 2 partials, you can see I was anticipating this to come down and then go back up. My ultimate target was the top end of this range, but we really only traded up to the consequent encroachment. So I had take profits at this swing, at this buy side here, and the buy side from the morning. And then I was aiming for actually above here. But we basically kind of just broke down and kind of petered out for the rest of the day, and then I ended up just closing my position right here. I was looking for this to reverse back up. We came down in the last hour trading to 50% of this range right here. Here's our 50%, and then I was expecting a big push off, and then kind of like either a retracement tomorrow, just because we have made a lot of headway for the week. But let me go down to a 1 minute real quick. And so I just had a limit here. I had a limit for 3 NASDAQ contracts we filled in this breaker. I originally had this labeled as lunch stops. Like I said, I didn't know if it was going to come down here and take this out. I was originally looking for this, and we even took out the sell side here, which is fine. And then yeah, we pushed up. I wanted to see it go through this 5-minute fair value gap, find support, push higher. So my take profits were there. So that was nice to see those delivered. And then I was willing to let this retrace. Ideally, I wanted just the sell side to be taken, not fill in this M5 fair value gap all the way. We came down and we touched consequent encroachment of the M15 fair value gap, and was hoping that was the kind of that low for the end of the day macro session. We ended up going lower, and then we just kind of chopped around, and I ended up closing my position right here. So I just kind of moved my stop up. I had my stop below, I think, this swing low for the most of the afternoon. Yeah, I think it was like right around here. So I was willing to, I took 2 of the 3, and then I was letting that last one go for profit. So we will jump into the trade reviews. All right, so here we are right around 9 o'clock. I have the sell side noted, so we basically took that out. That big candle at 9:30, I was looking for us to get above that and then look for a retracement entry. So you can see this is just kind of sloppy price action. Took buy side, took sell side, and then this move right here. So then I started watching. So this had me interested. I had a breaker. I had on NQ. I'm trying to figure out how those points work, and so I had placed a couple orders and canceled it just to see what the take profit and the stop loss would be. So just because I haven't used it quite a bit, but so we had a potential entry here that went down into the breaker, and basically I wouldn't have been filled because even if I was filled on this entry from the get-go, I wouldn't have had a take profit because I wanted to take out this buy side here. So we fall short of that. So I think it actually worked out that I didn't get tagged in right away, and then I just basically waited for this retracement. So we're right around 130, and we're tagged in, and it starts pushing down pretty quick. Just kind of labeling the breaker. We have a 5-minute fair value gap. I noted the mean threshold of the order block, and then so we're getting some upwards movement. And this is probably one of the longest trades I've actually held on to. So I kind of just let it enter, and then I just kind of watched it and let it kind of do its thing, mainly just working off of the 5-minute today until the end of the trades here. So you can see I have my take profit 1, 2, and 3 up there at 13.49, 13.459, 13.468, and then 13.480. So take profit 1 hit, take profit 2 hit, and then I'm basically going to move. I move my stop to basically a little bit better than break even, and then this is like I'm trying to do a runner here, just because I think we could have had the momentum to push up through this weekly weekly liquidity void. So we're in the 15. We're at like 320-ish. So we took we took out sell side, and then I'm looking for this to start to reverse up. But as we saw in the earlier review, it doesn't. So I'm just kind of noting the PD arrays as it goes down. Basically, I'm saying this inverse 5-minute fair value gap. If this doesn't hold it, we're going to hit our stop. So we're towards the end of the day here, and I move my stop up, and I'm just looking for this to move a little bit more, but end up just choking and getting it stopped out. So overall 231 for the day. And we will go into the TopStep account review. All right, here we are, TopStep Dashboard. We're at $1,206.44 out of the 3,000. And here's our day for the day, 231.88. And the one trade here, 3 contracts, 2 hours and 13 minutes total. Like I said, I think this is the longest one, the longest trade that I've had. But yeah, so let's, if you guys want to try TopStep, I have a link in the description below. You can try out a free trial. Try it with with a trading view. If you guys trade with that, or there's other platforms. I just like using trading view. It's what I use all the time. Over to the trading log. Here's our one entry for the day. We have a micro Nasdaq at 146. Long PM session, 3 contracts, profit 231.88. This was more of like a turtle soup type entry, but we did take sell side. I labeled this the 1330 macro. There was an order block and a fair value gap in range with a breaker. We had 23 handles of drawdown, so that's a little bit different with the Nasdaq. And right here, so yesterday minus 69, today plus 231.88. And here is the screenshot at the end. So our two take profits. I had a take profit 3 up here, and then I end up just choking out the trade right around 4. I did screenshot the first take profit, what it looked like. So the entry, I noted the consequent encroachment of that M15 wick, took it to take profit there. And then here's a second take profit in the same 5-minute candle. And then I think this was pretty much close to the equity high here. Would have just been $60 more if I would have just closed everything out, but I was giving that runner a shot. And let's look at the economic calendar. Tomorrow we have import and export prices, 8:30, and consumer sentiment. So yeah, we'll just keep an eye out for that. And we will check back in the next time we take a trade. Thanks for watching.